Well, good day, tubes, and welcome back to the madness. Oh man, oh man. But anywho, we got to get this sweeper fixed up today. I went out to TSC first thing this morning and got a hub and a new sprocket. Sprocket's still in the bag here, I think. And of course, the original that broke on us here is an 11 tooth 50 pitch sprocket, and of course the only one they had out there was a 10 or 12 sprocket, so we're going to go a hair little bit bigger, I guess. That will actually increase the speed of the brush, which I'm not super too crazy on, but we'll have to try it and see, and then worst comes to worst, if I have to, I can always take it apart, go get the 10, and it'll actually slow it down a little bit, which wouldn't be too bad either. But yeah, 11, of course, you know, I guess I could have ordered this from John Deere too as well, but I thought, really? But anyways, I got one of these, I don't know if it's going to work, but one of these welded on hub sprocket things here, and I don't know, she might need a bit of trimming. She might need a bit of trimming because it's probably a bit wider. I got her all fitting good too now. It's probably quite a bit wider. It looks like, yeah. She's gonna need a bit trimming, but somewhere, somehow, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we have to do here. But yeah, of course, this is like a shorter tolerance. This one, you know, so not too much fun. But I don't know. We'll see if we can make this thing work. Lots of fun. Alright, so yeah, that's way more higher. That's not too good. I guess what I'm going to have to try to do is grind off some of the bottom here, try to chew her down to where this one is, pretty much where the key, the grub screw goes in, you know. So we got quite a bit to chew off of there, but that's maybe too why this thing failed, because there's no strength underneath it. I don't know. Plus, you know, the chain getting wound around there, and probably, you know, yeah, wasn't much help to it either. But I guess I'll see if I can grind that off pretty much flat to the keys. Leave a little bit maybe, I don't know. It's got to be pretty much bang right on though, because there's not like there's a lot of room on this shaft here. So, and then this thing will have to get welded onto there. And yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful of that too, because she's getting thin, you know, in here and stuff, so you don't want to melt her on there too hard. But maybe what I'll do is I'd like to weld the whole thing around, but I'll have to turn the heat down a little bit maybe. But we'll get to that part when we get to when we get this thing the right height here, because that's just definitely not going to work like that. She's got to go on this way, unfortunately, and you can see right now that alignment's way off. Yeah, lots. So anyways, I'll get grinding on this here, and then see how close I can get her here, I guess. That's about all we can do. And let the grinding begin. Yay. Alright, so we just got her roughly on here. I think I got that hub down enough. Looks better anyways. It's still off a hair, but it's only because of where the sprocket actually mounts on the hub. If that was a bit lower, or if I had like a metal lathe, I could have chewed that down a little more there too. But and then got her a little better, but I think it's gonna be okay there. Still not crazy, but I could, I guess, take a little bit more off where I was grinding off the hub there. I'll show you that in a sec, but I'm just trying to picture what happened here, why she exploded. See, imagine I had the cover on, so this would have been kind of sitting in like this, and it maybe wasn't tight enough, and I started her up. Now you got to remember, this is going to be driving here, so this should all go tight here, which it seemed to. But I think what happened is this. What is happening right there, right now. Driving, come off the sprocket, like this, got wedged down inside of there, and of course this thing's still driving. I'm amazed it didn't rip all this off. Still driving, and then oh, she's getting super tight. This is all building up inside of here, right? And then it got to a certain point, it was jamming in real good, and then she just kablooied, and away she went. So, my theory anyhow. So, putting this different, no, I can't get it out. Putting this different sprocket on though, it's kind of messed up my size of my chain a little bit. You wouldn't think one tooth would do that much, but it's actually done a lot more than I thought it would have. And I actually added one link in, but once we get her back on here I'll show you. She's a bit too long now. I haven't welded that, of course, or anything yet, but so I put like this extra master in here, put an extra link in, put the extra master on, which actually will be here, but it's actually, I think, too long. Because by the time I get that thing tightened up where it should be, it's going to be almost up in there. So I think what I'm going to have to do is maybe go grab a half a link. I don't have any half links in 50. This is 50 pitch chain. It's pretty huge, so I think that's maybe what I'm going to have to do, and that'll bring her up enough that it'll be a lot better with that extra tooth. But anyways, I'll have to run it TSC, I guess. Hopefully they got one, and go from there. Alright, we made her. And of course I had to go for a ride on the bike. Why not, eh? A bit cold, but we made her. So anyways, we got that half link installed here. I'll show you what they look like in a sec. I was going to show you the installation, but it actually took a lot longer than I thought. So I thought, well, just throw it on and go. But you can see how instead of going from outside to outside, you're going from outside to the inside, so it makes it shorter. And you can see there it's still long, but once that thing starts pushing up, it should be all right. So yeah, now we got to give her a bit of spin in here. It's actually going the wrong way, but see the difference there when you put a bit of tension to her, eh? It's a very silly idea of how to do it though, because you gotta think that thing's spinning quite a bit, and all it's doing is rubbing onto that, which I guess will wear down eventually. It's just a plastic, but I guess if she's well lubed and it's not super gritty in there, that's not too bad. She should be good for quite a while, but you gotta think there must be some better way that they could have done that. See, what I was thinking was having one of those idler sprockets that you could put, I don't know how you'd actually set it up, but something that you could maybe unloosen and slide up and down. I don't know exactly where you'd put it. Maybe there just wouldn't be room in there. I don't know. But, oh, my little thingy fell out there. I didn't bend it over, I guess, yet. Oh, she's laying down here somewhere. Within that vicinity. It's basically just a little cotter pin. Tiny, tiny little cotter pin. Holy cow. My eyes aren't that good. It's got to be down here somewhere. I bet you guys already found it. Oh, man. And you got to have that on or she'll fall right apart. But anyways, no, that was it. I could steal another one here, I guess, because these things come in, where the heck did I put them? One of the towels here. They come in like a pack of 4, so... Oh wait, that's not them. Over here. I got too much junk out here now, boys. Yeah, they come in like a pack of 4, so... I'll look around for it again, but that's a little cotter pin there, right? So, tiny, tiny, tiny little thing. That's why I probably can't see it there. Should have bent her over, I guess, but... could be even stuck to something here. But I just want to watch how this thing goes through. Looks like it's going to be okay. It's holding up a little bit there, but I'll give this a good spray. And we should be good. So now, actually we do have to take it apart again anyhow. I found this was easier to do it in this little hole here, so you could hold it and pull the little pin out. Oh, there goes the pin. I found that one though. And then this thing just flops off there, right? So what we gotta do, I guess, now is weld that to that. Should be good. Whew, let me tell you, there's some customization here. Man, oh man. I got her welded on, but then the weld pedals kind of went down a bit too far, and then she won't mesh into the chain right, and it was wanting to ride up and then skip over. So a little bit of grinding, bring her down. So the I'll show you here. So the edge of the chain will mush down where she should be here. Oh man. So before, some of these were a little high and it was wanting to push the chain up off, right? So I think we're good now, hopefully. Man, oh man, what a nightmare this has turned out to be. But I guess we'll slap her all back together here. See if we can blow her apart again. Alright, we are back together. Woohoo! And we're going to do just a little test, and maybe if it's okay, we'll do a little spraying. And here we go. Here we go. Hopefully she all goes back the way it should. And we'll try her again here. Oh boy. Alright, far as I know, everything is tight. I cranked this in pretty far, and I'm pretty sure it'll find its whatchamacallit in no time, so I'm just gonna maybe crank down these guys just to tighten it down a little bit. Yes, it is in quite a bit further than it was yesterday during that failure. I wish there was a bit of a peaky hole. I guess I could have plasma cut a hole into the thing here just to see, even like, you know, just to see the tension in there, because you can't tell anything, right? It's all one big cover. I don't know, that's all we can do is try here, I guess. Here we go. Sounded better. Still going anyway. You can see the little pins rattling a bit there, so it's definitely going up and over the thing. I could tell how tight that chain was, if you can. It's kind of a dumb setup, really, but anyway. I think that's gonna maybe work. All we can do is take it for a test spin, but I got really nothing to sweep now. Like, I don't really technically need this thing right now. Everything's pretty well swept. But I gotta try her, I guess, somewhere. We'll find something maybe. Alright, so the only other thing I had to adjust was the washers on here. Take that big stack from top, which they were, and put them under the bottom so the wheels sit a lot lower, right? Because you slowly adjust those as your brush wears, and then it lets the brush further down. It rests mostly on these tires. Now, I might have to readjust again. I left two on the top. We're going to try her on some grass here. See how she works, but yeah, I got some grass out front of the garage I wanted to sweep up here. Snow is finally gone, so we should be able to sweep. Well, there we go. Seems to be all good. Way more better flicking action. If you know what I mean, it doesn't sort of just roll it and it fires it off like a rocket, you know. That is definitely the sweeper that I remember when she was new. That makes a huge difference. And doesn't look like she's wore down too much yet. Looks good, so that's good. I'm happy. Chain seemed to hold in all right. Had to readjust the little things just a little bit more. If you've seen when we were first starting there, she was digging in pretty hard. So didn't want to do too much rototiller in there, but definitely probably ripped out a little more than I shoulda. But I'll tell you, this thing's got some power. So yeah, she's not new now though. Holy, she'll sky me under here and dirt. Look, probably pretty good dirt there, but anywho, I am happy. It's too bad it was such a real pain in the you-know-what doing it. Oh man, what a nightmare. Stupid thing, eh? Like, really? But we got her. Seems okay. Now I don't need it for right now anyways. It's, you know, I'm pretty much done with all my sweeping and crap and all that kind of good stuff, but should be good for next year. Good for next year. So anyways, see my thingy's getting low here already. Really? But anyways, what do you do? So I guess that's probably it for today. Not too much else happening. When I ran to TSC there on the bike, I hooked the GoPro to the rear Dewey here, if you've seen her in the last shot there. Hooked her to the rear Dewey here, just do a bit of a video thing for when we change the stuff on this. So we can hear difference in exhaust sounds and noises and too bad. And you know, noises and basically how it sounds and stuff, performance and stuff. So I tied her on just in case, because I just put this on with some two-sided tape. It might have been shaking a bit at idle. It seemed to be on the back there, but once we're going, it seemed all right. So she looked good. But yeah, so that'll be included in the video whenever we do it for switching all this stuff over, putting all this stuff on. So, but anyways, I guess that's it for today. I haven't really got too much else planned. I do have to go possibly dig a hole for Wednesday. Wednesday, I got a funeral here, but it's supposed to rain like crazy tomorrow, and I think starting tonight. So it probably wouldn't be a bad idea if I went and did her right now today. So I'm gonna go do that, I guess, and we'll carry on, catch you tomorrow. And tomorrow we might get into doing bike stuff, maybe switching the pipes and all that lovely stuff. Get that swapped over and see if we got a massive increase. They're claiming on some of the websites between 20 and 25 horse adding to it, to whatever's there now. So by changing the pipe, changing the programmer, and that was also including a 13-tooth sprocket, although I don't know how that's going to really affect horsepower. But that and the airbox mods, I've done airbox mods too, where you drill the holes in the door, and on the filter itself there's a couple of screens. You rip those off, take those off, so it's basically just the paper filter. And that increased actually quite a bit there. I was quite surprised just with that little bit of a mod that she opened it up quite a bit more. But we're gonna see if we can punch some more out of her here in the next day or so. Probably do that maybe when it's raining. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But anywho, you guys have a good day. I'm a little bit more happier now that thing's working. Man, that ticked me off. And didn't grenade this time. Yay! So anyways, have a good day. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow.